After hours of scrolling through the internet trying to find a decent review on the K7 Karcher, I couldn't find one at all. And the jet wash I was using for the front drive was taking me forever. 45 minutes to do a couple of little squares. So I decided to hunt one out. I liked the look of the Karcher K7, but couldn't find any decent reviews anywhere. So I decided to go out and buy it and try it and see what would happen, because there's no way I'm going to spend as long as I have been out on the front drive. So I'm just showing you around the box. Most of my friends know anytime I buy something, it's either a power tool or something for the garden. But it has been driving me mad trying to get that front drive clean. So I didn't get the one that has the round bit that comes with it, just the normal spray. So this is the Premium Full Control Plus. The reviews were rubbish, I couldn't see anything, but I've been blown away by this power washer. So if you're looking for one, I highly recommend it. The only thing I don't recommend is the hose when you're wrapping it up to put it away. It's a pain in the backside. So you'll see some video and pictures in a minute of what I actually did with my jet wash, and this just is another level compared to that. I filmed the box so I could have a little bit of a voiceover to explain why I was looking for one of these. So yeah, I've just got the normal spray one, no attachments or anything like that. Although I have ordered the Snow Lance sprayer for the car, which should turn up in the next couple of days, and I'll do a review on that as well. So this is it set up out in the garden. As you can see, the back paving here is filthy. Now that bit I've already done 45 minutes with my other jet wash, power washer, whatever you want to call it. So you can see the tiny little lines are from the last one. Now watch this. This literally disappears. Now what I'm getting there, it was taking me 45 minutes with my other one. It just powers through it all. Even the weeds, it just literally throws the weeds up. What I did find is I've got stepping stone paving slabs in the garden, and I used this to cut round them, to cut the grass off that had grown over. It flew through them. Any of the reviews I saw on this wasn't long enough for me to make an opinion on it. Oh, and I must say thanks to my friend Jackie for doing the filming. It just literally glides off. Now, I haven't power washed any of that back garden before then for, well, since I've been here 5 years. The front driveway had been cleaned about 3 years ago, but I had some building work done, so there was some plaster stuck on the front drive. But as you can see, it's literally just gliding through it. I highly, highly recommend this product. But again, like I said, the hose is a bit of a pain in the backside to reel in. Just look how quick it's gone through there. The only thing I will say is I put shorts and some slippers on just to test it out, which later on when I started with the drive, I did end up changing out of my slippers into some flip-flops, as you'll see later, because I did get covered in mud, which I wasn't bothered about. But you see the marks it's going over now, that's the old jet wash marks. And it literally just takes them out in seconds. I was going to pay somebody to come in and clean the driveway, but I decided against it and thought I'd give this a go. And I was really, really surprised at how good it is. Hence why I can't wait to now get the one to wash the car with. I think it's the snow foam one with the Lance. I have bought the Karcher one, but I've been told it's not that good. So this is the front drive. There's my lovely slippers. So that bit at the front, I've already done that with the old jet wash. That took me near on 2 hours just to do that little section. So I'm trying to keep to the right side. Oh, I'm spraying the fence. Can you see the marks on the fence? That's from the old power washer. But this one, even though it's on, I've got it on the hard setting all the way throughout, it didn't take any of the paint off. Later on, I did see it started taking some paint off, so I'd turn it down to slow. So I carried on kind of from where I left off with the last one. And like I said again, it took me near on 2 to 3 hours just to do that little section there. The whole of my driveway doing this took me today an hour and a half. So if you want to save yourself some time, I 100% would get one of these. This is like my new toy that I'm going to be playing with for the next God knows how long. It literally just hits it and wipes it off. The weeds, the grass, it just flew out of there. I started off going down this way because the drain is down this end and my drive tilts down. So I kind of went across it and went down so the water would go down into the drain. So any mud would go down that way. Now this section I'm doing here, I had some plastering work done in the house. And when they came in and done all the plastering, that's why I'm spending a little bit longer here, because that's plaster that I'm actually trying to get up. When I pulled the weeds out before I decided to use the old jet wash, I had a hammer and a chisel out there getting that up. And the Karcher literally just ripped straight through it and took it up. There were some bits that didn't come up, but I didn't even expect it to touch it, to be fair. I didn't expect this power washer to be that good, but I'm blown away by it. I really think if you're looking for a power washer, I 100%, like I say, recommend this. I didn't intend on doing the whole drive today. I was supposed to be just testing it, but I couldn't put it down. Again, there I am in my slippers, but I do change later on into my flip-flops. But look how quick just that bit there's taken. Anybody that used a power washer before, just a standard one, will understand the pain and agony I'm talking about. Hours of just going over one little square just to get it to come up. I definitely am going to be recommending this to my other friend, and I'm sure she's going to love this as much as what I did. So I'm just going to let you watch some of this until we get onto the other pictures. As I said before, I couldn't find a video that was longer than about 2 minutes, which didn't help me to make a decision as to whether I wanted to buy this or not. But it was worth every single penny. I actually got this out of B&Q. It was on a deal for $3.99, but you get £50 back. So for that price, I do think it's a bargain. You can just see now, the water when it comes out, it just spins around. You have got different settings, soft, which I do use to get the mud off the walls and the fences later on. And then there's a mixed one, which I think I'm probably going to go between that when I do the car. But look at the difference. I didn't actually know the bricks were red underneath. Not until I started washing it. So I've ordered some sand. I'm going to get sand to put over the top when it turns up. I'll probably have to wash it again by then. And just put the sand in to stop any weed coming up. But it literally just glided through it. And the backache I had from my old jet wash, it was ridiculous. I knew there was something else out there. I just didn't want to go into... Well, I did contact a few people about coming and doing it, but I was happy to give it a go. So this is just showing, you can see like all the little grass and the weed and the debris that's actually inside. I have swept all the driveway before I started doing this, so I would recommend sweep your driveway first. So the areas, again, that I'm spending a little bit more time on was the bit where there's plaster and concrete from when I had some work done. I think you can see it if you look a bit closer on some of the bits that I'm going over. You can see it when it flies up. I don't often leave reviews on anything, but because I struggled for this, I know there's going to be other people out there that want to have a look and are looking for the same thing as what I was. Again, I'm sure that's still the side there that's got the concrete. Yeah, you can see it there, like the plaster. And it does take some of it up. You can see there. It does blast through some of it, but there is some stubborn bits there. I did come back to them later on and go over them again, and it did pull a lot of it up. I think there's just something satisfying about watching the mud come off. I could actually do it all day long. I'm hoping this video will help everyone else. It's not just 2 minutes, that's why I made it a little bit longer. I don't want to just keep chatting all the way through it. And the slippers did survive. They've been through the washing machine and they're fine. Just look how easy that's going through it now. Now I'm not focusing on that concrete bits where I had the work done. It literally, look, it's just flying through. I'm directing the mud and everything down towards the drain. The reason I'm not doing the left-hand side is that the fence, the gate's open, so I don't want it all spraying back in. But in the end, I did end up going right to the gate and then coming back from the other side and redoing the back pathway again. But like I say, an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes tops is what it took me, and my driveway is really long. You could probably fit about 3-4 cars on there. So this is it from the top. Well, I've already jet washed all the top bit. I didn't want to bore you with showing you all the way from the top down. But that's my neighbours. Look how dark it is their side to my side. You can see the dirt. I did tip some of it that way. And then all the way down here. So that's where I've got to. That's how muddy it gets. Really muddy. Hence why I swapped out of the slippers. So I just keep pushing the mud down to get down to the drain. But look at the difference. It's huge. And this Karcher just flew through it. Oh yeah, I did hit my neighbour's car a bit, but I did wash it down after. Look how thick the mud is. So again, I'm just showing you from the top of the drive. That's the neighbour's half. Obviously, I'm not going to go and wash the neighbour's drive, not unless she pays me. So I've only gone over it once. I probably would go back out tomorrow and give it another quick go over. So that's where I've got to at this stage. I had to stop for cigarette breaks in between. And that is why I swapped into my flip-flops. So this is the back gate. This was before when I used the old jet wash. And this is after the Karcher K7. In a minute it's going to go on to that and you'll see. I mean, I haven't got the best paving there anyway, but look how much cleaner that looks. So I went a bit back out once it dried a little bit to take a little video so you could see. And again, I painted the back fence, but the old jet wash took the paint off. So this is the driveway before. This is how muddy it was. And this is it from the top before. So that's how dirty it was. And this is it after when I'm finished. This is from the back gate where the drain is. It's still drying out a little bit. But no weeds, no dirt. I can't recommend it enough. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I even done this little bit here and went over that. I need to cut the grass is what I need to do. Well, most of it is burnt away with the sun. So I just wanted to come on, give a review on it so you could see what it's like and you can make your mind up whether you want it or not. Bear in mind, the hose is not that good when you're wrapping it and putting it away. Probably took me just as long to wrap that up as it did to jet wash the whole drive. But I'm really impressed with it. And yeah, just thought I'd come on and do a review.